symbols. They may or may not be his mark.
Never know till you try.
Welcome to the Velkyn Weave. We'll jump right in and introduce some of the characters and the players. We'll start with Delirious.
Hi, I am Michelle. I play Dolores, the incredibly unlucky cleric of Tamora.
Renyon.
Hi, I'm Jeff, playing Renyon, paladin of Sylvanus, and I'm in probably one of the least wanted places for me to be right now. A Fey market.
Boop!
Hello there, I'm Tom, playing Boop Whizbang, the very, very ancient, yet rejuvenated forest gnome wizard.
More than some of us.
Quentin.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm playing Quentin, the half-elf rogue mastermind, who's taken up the way of the Hexblade, and I'm loving the Fey market.
And Eldon.
And I'm Corey. I'm playing Eldon Goodfield. He's a country boy, halfling druid, and I found my baby goats.
What more do you need?
Nothing.
It was adorable.
And I'm Cecil. I'm the Velkyn Weave's guide to the Forgotten Realms. And as you could tell, the characters are currently in the Fey market. And sort of extra planar market that has not yet visited the Forgotten Realms. Characters have had a good bit of fun experimenting with a few things. They've found the misplaced values. Eldon got his goats. They've run into a goblin lamp seller that seems to trade in memories. They have run into Kira, who may or may not have an issue with one of her employees. Now is suspected of stealing some of Kira's experiments. Since the Weave needed a favor from Kira, they've been tasked with finding out what's going on there. The Weave also ran into Eskin, an old frenemy.
Not even.
That's pretty apt right now, honestly. That's yeah.
He's got to earn that.
And of course, there's Peaks, who's been guiding them around the fest. And they've...
The de-winged pixie.
Yeah. The pixie with the clipped wings.
Yep.
Is he still riding on your hat?
As far as I know.
Can we
Yes, he is.
reattach?
A little
can
saddle
we
up there.
reattach Peep's wings? Do they go back on, or?
You can see where they would have fit, but they...
We probably still need to... They probably still need the wings to get in tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that.
If we put them back on, they would just pull them off again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Well, maybe if we just clap over and over again as wings will reattach or something.
I believe in you, Pipsqueak.
Nicely done.
Don't.
I
No.
believe.
No.
I believe.
No. 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 No.
So,
They have found that the Harvest Maiden kind of wants them there at the Fey Market. And someone known as the Green Man wants just the opposite. And right now, the characters are on their way over to either the garden plots or the battle pits. And I will hand it over to you guys.
I believe we left off headed towards the battle points.
Yes.
Well, are the battle pits on the way to the garden plots?
They can be if you want them to be.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a couple vegetables before we go to a fight, you know.
Big surprise.
Because
Spinach does wonders for the old I'd say gun. That doesn't seem culturally appropriate.
The old ballista.
Yeah, the old ballista.
The cannons. I don't know. Do they have
And
cannons?
these
I
are
don't know.
not the ballista.
Cannons are a thing. Cannons
You might want to take a look at the otherworldly market.
Never know.
Grr.
And then there's always just wandering the streets and finding what's out there.
Yeah, we should probably get some eyes on what's her face, Kira's assistant, right? See what she's up to.
Now, who I believe was at the garden plot the last we heard. Is that
That's
correct?
what I think. That's what Kira told us. That's where we could find her, right?
So
Yes.
get eyes on at least, so we can have a better chance of tracking her later if we don't do something now.
Sure.
Seems wise.
So seems the consensus is the garden plot.
To the gardens.
The biggest eye of rolls.
Probably prettier there.
Oh, it is. It's very beautiful there.
Danger hides in beauty.
And Peaks,
Yeah.
Peaks likes the place. Although he preferred it when he had wings and could see it from, flitting between the trees as opposed to being grounded.
On the second shortest member of the party, yeah.
Think about it. It's when you get your wings back, it'll be even sweeter than it was before. Can you lead us to the garden plot?
Yes, he could take you over to the garden plot. And it looks almost exactly like its name is described. It's a rather large area that has been set aside for trees and living things. And you see a number of tents, but they all seem to be created out of the vegetation more than anything else.
Before we head any further, is it wise to walk into perhaps the den of he who wishes us not to be here?
Are you assuming that the Green Man runs this place?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Seems
say about
like
a
pretty
snake.
good logic.
I don't know. There's the Harvest Maiden that wants us here. You could construe it that way too if you want.
Indeed.
And I'm
Smart.
pretty sure they can't start picking fights in the middle of the Fey Market.
Yeah.
There's rules, right?
Yes. As long as we all hold ourselves to...
Peak says, you just can't hurt property.
Oh,
You can't damage property.
Well, my
So
nose
that
is
goes-
property.
I think
But
Bope
if they
had
get
a
rid
cannon.
of you, there's no one to complain about the loss or damage.
loopholes upon loopholes.
Bigger
upon-
monsters have tried.
So one of us must survive to file a claim. I'll make sure to get the paperwork.
Why not file the paperwork now, and if you don't survive, the paperwork gets filed.
Maybe tonight around the campfire, I'll see what is in.
See what's available.
Exactly. Try out the new magic quill. See what it writes on.
Interesting.
I'm very comforted right now.
What sort of things are growing in the garden?
Yeah, but this is where a lot of the members of the Fey Market make their homes.
Interesting.
Now, I will, and Pete warned you, they don't always follow the rules as well as everybody else does, because they don't have to leave.
So be
And
polite.
since they don't leave, they don't go through the checkpoints, and the furbolgs don't evaluate them.
Now, that's the kind of lack of accountability that I find refreshing. Okay.
So
So So they can owe a debt. Because they're never, until they go through that gate,
They don't have to pay
it.
up. Gotcha. It's good to know, peeps. All right. So is it mostly mortals that live here in the garden plots, or?
Oh, no. No, mortals don't tend to last a whole long time with the Fey market.
But the Dryad Kira said that her elf assistant was here.
Yeah?
So she knew, basically. Is that what the deal is?
She can have some Fey blood in her.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
Elven
Picking up what you're putting down. All right.
And we have a-
Go
You
ahead.
know, and as long as you're living in the Fey market, you're not exactly immortal.
That explains the changes Eskin's gone through.
Now, is there any place here where there's any like stalls set up or any type of commerce?
Not in the garden plots. You might be able to negotiate with some of them for spices and things like that. There's a couple of ladies back there who deal with quite a few different spices and powders and whatnots.
What did Kira say she was here for? Personal business or something for her shop?
Her assistant?
Yeah, when Kira said that Neo was here.
I think she camps here. I think this is like where she lives when she's not working,
Gotcha.
if I recall. It was only, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. You spend an hour.
Yes,
here,
that's
like a
accurate.
week has gone by.
It's weird. It's time.
I mean, look
It's
at
meaningless in the pay market. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So we need to find an elf woman named Neo. Is that right?
That's my understanding. NAO.
Peeps, do you know her?
No,
And your
we can
people
ask
know her?
around.
Well, suppose so. Is there anyone that doesn't look too intimidating nearby? Or too eager nearby as well? Too eager also qualifies as intimidating here.
There's a few people that are just ignoring you.
Intentionally or unintentionally? Willfully ignoring us? Or
Give
just
me an
busy?
insight check.
All right. 11.
They are so good at ignoring you that you're not sure whether it is intentional or offensive.
Well, I can be a gentleman and politely approach a nearby cluster of folk.
Okay.
Who am I approaching, Cecil?
I'm watching the goats to see if they're going to eat any of the belongings here.
Good call.
Good plan.
Good call.
Okay, yeah, they are kind of interested in some of the grass and whatnot. People don't seem to be taking offense at that. And you're probably approaching a small person, a little bit shorter than you. He looks like he would normally wear a hat. No hat on right now.
Is it Eldon's evil twin?
Oh, is that hat normal? Is that cap? Would you say normally red?
Well, he looks at you and goes, "Well, yes. How did you know? But I'm not allowed to wear it here in the Fey market."
Oh, right, because that means something else here, doesn't it?
Mm.
Right.
Is it still?
Yeah. Here, they would think I'm part of the market council, but I'm not. So I'm not
Right.
allowed to wear my hat.
That's tragic. Sorry to hear that.
But I've got it here right with me.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice cap you got there.
He pulls out a red cap.
Say, would you happen to know an elven woman named Nao that lives around here?
Oh, yes, I do.
Could you point us in her direction, please?
I could.
Would you?
Ah, now you get to the crux of the matter. What's in it for me?
I don't know. Didn't think it would inconvenience it too much.
Offer him a drop of water in his hat.
But a little show.
That's a good idea, Quentin. Might I provide you a drop of blood for your hat?
That would be nice. Can you mix it with a strong distilled liquid as well?
We have any other spirits?
I have my flask.
Rennie
Would you-
might have something.
Would you mind, Quentin?
I pass you the flask.
All right. Flask. Unscrew the lid and give him a little sniff. That work for you?
Ah, that'll do just fine. Yes.
All right. I prick my finger on one of the little thorns around the band
Okay.
of my staff and drop a little dab of booze on the tip of my finger and present it for his cap. Dab it on there.
Smells good. Oh.
Cheers.
Very well. Here, I'll take you right to her. Or I'll take you to her place.
Thank you. Yes, that was what we asked. I appreciate that.
And he takes you down to a rather nice, almost spacious looking, small little hovel.
Spacious but small? Okay.
It's actually smaller on the inside.
Ah, gotcha. Deceptive, tricksy.
What would be the point of that?
Just to appear ostentatious.
Because you can.
Putting on airs, obviously.
But
Well, thank you, my good sir. We appreciate the direction you've given us.
Very welcome. Very welcome.
What type of doors on the hovel here? Like a solid door, something thatched?
It's thatched. Most of the rest of this building, if you want to call it that, structure, is all made up of the vegetation.
yeah, don't let the goats eat her house.
All right, I'll talk to him for a second, and I'll just lean down real quick and. All right, huddle up, kids. Don't eat that. And I will point at the hovel. Grass is good. Go to town. All right. We're good, Delirious. Don't worry.
Okay, I hope that did it.
They head straight to the hovel.
I guess we should knock.
God dang it.
I'll knock.
Okay, yeah, you find some hardwood there to knock on. You don't have an answer.
Well, we knocked. I guess we can go in.
to announce her presence or ask for her, see if there's anybody in there.
You not?
Yeah, but they just may be ignoring it.
Well, then that's their fault for not saying anything.
Fine, I'll do it. And I walk up to the door and just like, Neo, you in there?
You don't even hear anyone say no.
All right.
Oh my god, your goat's going into the building. Let's stop him. As I clumsily herd the goat towards the door and open it. follow the
He just
goat
takes a
inside.
10 on that deception check.
Goats, no!
No, come back, kids. All right.
And I'm inside.
Okay. Yes, you're inside.
How's the lighting in here?
Oh. You've got a little bit of light that makes it through. But not a whole lot. It's actually, it looks cozy. There's a small chair. There's a small sleeping mat. And that's about all that you see in here.
I'm going to turn my professional...
It feels very comfortable, though. I mean, the temperature is right about exactly where you'd want it to be.
Too comfortable. Definitely not taking a nap here. But I want to turn my critical thief's eye to where would I hide some stolen rods?
Yeah.
Or a diary of my secret inner thoughts.
I also want to look around.
Both will help you investigate.
I'll wait outside
Okay.
with Randy and keep an eye out.
And your goats, please.
And all right, come on, kids, come back out here. Got
Okay.
the goats. We're good.
Give me your perception.
My passive is better than my.
Okay, that's fine.
Got
So
a
I'm
19 total.
at 20.
Okay. Well, there's not a whole lot of places to hide anything in here. Perhaps in the walls of the structure itself, inside the vegetation. So you check there and you don't find anything. In fact, no. You can tell that someone has slept on the mat there in the last day or so, but that's about it.
I looked under the mat.
Good call. I was just about to look there.
Yeah, I've assumed you've checked under the mat.
Okay.
The mat is kind of woven leaves and everything, so
I was gonna say, does that look comfortable?
it
You'd be surprised.
Yes, I would.
you know it doesn't necessarily look comfortable, but as you grab it and lift the edge up, it actually feels kind of spongy and supportive. It doesn't feel prickly at all. There's nothing that seems like it would stab into the skin or anything. It's kind of surprising.
So I got a couple theories here. If I was a thief, I wouldn't hide something in my residence here unless I had a magical way of concealing it. So it's either not here, she didn't steal it, or she's holding it offsite.
Or it's on her person where she keeps it.
Yeah, but then you run into risks there. But given the nature of the market, yeah, maybe it is on her person. If she's even the one responsible for stealing it.
Yeah, still lots of options.
Whoa, you think there's anything magic here? Like, obviously the bedroll is kind of nice, but you remember the Tesseract? You know, you had the symbols and stuff?
Yeah,
Maybe there's
that's
something
cool.
wonky here where it's she has a little hidey hole.
Well, can I investigate, looking at it from an arcane sense, for any sigils or anything that seems illusory.
Okay, nothing seems to be made from illusion or anything.
I mean, I'm coming up blank here. I don't know if you guys want to wait 10 minutes. That seems like a long time to be intruding.
I've got an idea then. If we don't have the time, leave a note here. Kind of a threatening note that a guilty party and see how they would react. We know what you stole, meet us at the X location, and then see what they do.
I like it.
It could work.
Can I... If I give you an insight check, Cecil, can you kind of like help with the phrasing? Basically, I want to kind of suss her out if she reads it. Would that be the appropriate or a deception?
Oh, what are you trying to make her do? You want her to go meet you somewhere?
Yes. Something that, like a guilty person would come in... Or no, an innocent person would come to us, a guilty person would flee. Something like that.
Okay, so you're looking for intimidation then.
I suppose I am.
At least that's what it strikes to me. So, okay, let's go with a written intimidation.
Okay, rolling here and D&D Beyond.
And
We should be prepared in case it goes the other way.
Yeah, I got a 16 total.
okay,
And I'll write it in Elvish. But being, a master of handwriting and stuff, I'm going to make it seem like Elvish is my second language. Not a native speaker or writer of Elvish.
okay, and where is it that you want her to meet you?
And that's when I ask the Velkyn Weave where the battle pits. Where do you want her to meet us? Maybe at misplaced values, or
Sure. It seems like it'd be easy to get lost in the scuffle at a battle pit.
And the next question is when. You know she's got the evening shift over at the shop.
Well, noon's pretty standard, right?
Hi, Noon.
well, the question is if she can stop back here before her shift. I'll phrase it, before your shift begins, meet us at. That way it's a small window and we can try and take care of this tonight.
Okay.
And then if she doesn't see it for some reason, we can snatch it back and talk her up at the shop.
Okay.
All right. I'll fold it into a nice little bird design and set it on her elven bedroll.
Okay.
Great.
I'm almost crying. It's a work of art, really. Can't wait to see her face.
Okay. Well, were you going to do your ritual while Quentin is taking the
Sure.
time to?
Yeah, while he's working
I
on
can
that,
take
why
some
don't I?
minutes to write.
Yeah, get his penmanship just right.
What rhymes with dirty, rotten liar?
His elven lexicon. Uh-oh.
We lost Renyon, and I think we've gone all cattywampus.
We've gone all Mr. Potato Head on Twitch.
The Fey market is weird. It intersects with all levels of reality.
And he's back.
Kind of, sort of. Oh, there we go.
Renyon, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Just sort of we're staring off into the vacuousness of space.
But did the vacuousness of space stare back?
Ooh, that's terrifying. Got some chills.
That normally
Okay.
doesn't bother me when it stares back. It's when it starts talking to me.
Okay. Where were we? Magic.
Yes, you're chanting, and I'm.
And the detection thereof.
So while
And the
they're doing all this, I'd like to walk around the back side of the hovel.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of others in the very close neighborhood here. And both put transmutation magic in the walls and the mat and the chair.
There's a little bit of magic in the architecture here, but nothing illusory, nothing enchanted, nothing that I think really piques my interest.
Okay, and Renyan, give me a perception check back there.
Okay. 19.
Ah, not bad. You see a little dude being hassled by a couple of larger creatures. Look very similar to the creature that you met on the road coming here that had the big rolling pin.
It's
And
a whole bunch of ogres messing with something smaller.
yes, smaller than Eldon over there, by a little bit. And the little guy, he's the one that Eldon talked to not too long ago. Yeah, he hands over his hat.
Do they look like they're physically threatening him, or is it just intimidation?
They're not intentionally stepping on him or anything like that, but it looks like it's primarily intimidation. Yes, your learned eyes recognize that as bullying.
Yeah. Did he give us his name? Did he say?
No,
his
he did
name?
not. No, he did not.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Let's do this. I'll walk up, and I will mention to the little guy, "Hey, you ready? We're about ready to head off for the day."
He looks a little bit relieved when you come up and says, "Yeah, I'm ready to go with you, but they have my hat."
Why did they take your hat? Why'd you take his hat?
The little guy gave it to us.
Say that again?
He gave it to us.
Yes, he gave it to you at your request.
Yeah.
Why did you want it?
It's a good hat.
Any hat's a good hat. But that's his hat. Why'd you want it?
He pulls off a leather skull cap that looks kind of grungy and grimy and tosses it to the little guy.
That seems pretty
Don't want that.
straightforward.
Gross.
Wait, how does that hat even fit him?
It's a Fey market.
But it's a hat for a creature this big He's big.
It's the Fey Market.
That can't just be the answer to every question while we're here. It's the Fey Market.
Can't it?
Just put Fey in front of anything. It's a Fey hat. That's
So
Yeah.
No,
So big,
but no, it does not fit. Does
So
not
big.
fit at all.
how are you going to keep that up there? The slightest breeze is going to knock it right off.
He's holding it in his hand, and it's good.
That's not how you wear a hat. A hat
It's
is not
good.
How does an ogre wear a hat? However it wants to.
You're going to reason him into submission. I can sense
I-
it.
Maybe he'll give him a stroke or something. I don't know. If he makes him think too hard, it might work.
Yes, but if you keep it in your hand like that, then no one will be able to see how good that hat is.
Finger hat.
I'm surprised it actually even fits on his finger, truthfully.
Maybe he's into finger puppets. Maybe he's a performer.
Won't you get quite tired, though, keeping your finger up at all time?
More
No, you cut off.
fingers.
You're missing the first, 2 words.
I have more fingers.
You have more fingers.
Yes.
That one gets tired. He's got another one.
Just in case.
Do you have gloves? Perhaps instead of a hat, you should seek gloves.
With hats sewn onto the fingers. I'm not there.
And not helping.
And I'm not there, so no, in fact.
And
We'll have to get some of those.
but I mean, in the meantime, you have no hat now.
It's okay. I got this one.
Yes, but it does not work. It's you're empty on top.
Not raining. Okay.
You think I might have heard this kerfuffle from the other side of the little hovel?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard them. The big guy is not trying to be quiet at all.
Yeah. Look out there. Holy crap. Right. I'm gonna wander over there and motion to the little guy. Do you want your hat back?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. You hear that?
Don't want trouble though.
You should give him his hat back. And I use my staff and kind of kick up that little skull cap that he threw at us, back at his face. Like, here, you
The
take
big
your
full
net.
cap.
Whatever. Yeah, sure.
Ugh.
It's still hollow, Both
Oh.
hands. I use both hands. All right. Like, here, you take your hat back and give him his hat back. Ignoring the fact that I'm like a fourth his size. I'm just like, listen here.
You want me to do that, huh?
I mean,
Yep.
it seems only right. You traded a hat for a hat, so we are trading you a hat for a hat.
Oh, new trade.
And he wants his hat back. Seems like you took it from him.
He traded it.
You didn't give him anything until he showed up.
Oh, that was the trade.
Trade seemed kind of one-sided.
But you're looking for a new trade.
How many of them are there? 3?
I mean,
2.
2? Just like 1, 2, carry the 3. Give him his hat back.
Oh, ordering, huh? Mr. Big Man.
Yeah.
No.
Just gonna look up at Rainian. What are you gonna do about this?
I'm trying not to cause
A fight.
commotion, but
Don't want to destroy any property, right? That's the thing, isn't
that's
it?
kind of the gist of it. But again, so now I have this hat, and you have no hat. You have a finger hat, but not a hat. So, would it not be better for you to have the hat?
Finger hat good.
Persuasion?
I'll take his hat.
But then we have two hats and you have one hat.
Do you have hat?
Do I have? No, I don't have hat. I have
You
hood.
want my hat?
That
No.
It does not seem quite the...
okay, no trade then.
Are we
have-
still inside the house, or are we?
Yeah, although you do hear a commotion going on outside.
I'm sure y'all's 10-minute debacle
Yeah.
in there is past, right?
I don't know. Has it? Can we join?
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, you hear the commotion out back, and it doesn't seem to be getting any less loud.
It also doesn't seem to be getting any more rowdy.
No,
Because he's too dumb to be threatened. Oh, come on.
I
Oh, you hear that?
Well,
Not,
think he
I-
understands
not
he's
exactly
being
threatened yet.
I think I heard someone asking for for Eldon's hat. Can I like minor
We're
illusion
in trouble.
Eldon's hat in my hand and walk outside? How about this hat? You want this?
no. One on his head.
Can I?
Ooh,
Hey, Bo.
Eldon, may I? May I?
Both, I'm trusting you on this one.
Okay.
that might be a terrible plan.
This whole thing is a
I-
terrible plan.
I hold both behind my back, and pull them back out in opposite hands and say, "Do you want it back?" And I'm holding the illusion one back to Eldon. Before he can grab it, I say nope, and I hand it out to the giant. I'll trade you.
Nope, like finger hat better.
Well, this is just ugly.
Hey, Bope, you're able to clean something, right?
I can make it look clean with an illusion, but no, I cannot prestidigitate.
Ah, I knew a wizard who was quite capable at that upon a time, but
Nobody said I was capable.
Throwing shade, damn.
Burn.
it's a useful ability.
When I come out,
So is this, and I try to mage hand the hat off of his finger.
Oh boy.
I mean, if he's just holding it like this, what's the resistance?
Okay. Oh, you've lifted it off of his finger. He reaches over, tries to swipe it out of the air, but missed. And he's saying, "Thieves! Thieves!"
I'm just lifting it as high as I can out of his range. You say,
Okay.
"You want some? Come get me, bro."
Seriously?
He's
We're gonna get thrown out of the thing market?
Well, it's not thievery if we don't own it, control it.
I bet I know why they wanted it. It's got Elven's blood on it.
And it smells like booze.
Is there like a
So you've got it, what, about 30 feet up in the air above him right now?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I don't know how tall they are, but
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
take his giant, gnarly leather skull cap and we're like, there is your hat back.
Not good trade, no.
That was yours in the beginning. You shouldn't have traded away because you knew it was a garbage trade. Take it back and get on out of here.
Go on.
Yeah.
Get.
No.
Well, have fun, and we should just leave. Just keep drawing it along.
yeah.
And I take my
Okay.
hat back from Bo.
Yes.
And that was that.
Do we have the
It's
red cap back yet?
up in the sky.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet up, and I assume that you're kind of pulling it along as you move.
I am. Does somebody want to hold on to this? I mean, do I need
Not
to-
particular.
Well, they are following it.
I'm gonna, if I can get possession of it, I can write on it with the quill, property of, and I ask the little guy, what do you want it to say? Your name?
Say it's mine.
Property of mine?
It's mine. That works, right?
I'm gonna be dragging the skull cap.
Okay, so you're taking the skull cap with you too?
Why? Why?
Insurance.
Plausible deniability. See, it's theirs.
He tried
Right
to
there.
get rid of it. He probably doesn't care about it.
That's not the point of the matter.
Yeah.
This isn't about what is right and what is logical. This is about different things.
We need to make sure his property
That
is
was
still with
incredibly
him.
clear.
We need to make sure
Welcome to
Oh.
the Fae.
we need to make sure its property is still with him no matter what.
Okay, the Fae are confusing me right now. You are, but I'm rapidly losing interest in trying to make sense of it. If we're just going to keep walking, so there we go.
So where are we going?
Fucking fine.
So, I'm confused. Who owns the red skull cap?
By
Red skull cap
all
is not red.
by all
Sorry, yeah.
intents, it appears is that it was coerced out of our little compatriot, our little acquaintance's possession through a dirty trade. Put it lightly. So, my fear is that by the letter of the law, did willingly give it up.
I want to talk to the little guy.
Depends how they see duress.
What
'cause it was
what did those two tell you to do? Did they make you give them your cap? Did they threaten you?
Oh, yeah.
Did they even intend to give you something in return until Renyan showed up here?
Well, sort of.
What were they going to
Is
give?
what they promised not to do.
So they just basically said they wouldn't kill you if you gave them your cap.
Oh, killing's nothing.
They wouldn't beat on you or whatever.
Right, or they wouldn't whatever if I
Okay,
gave them the cap.
whatever.
What's
Right.
the
So,
whatever?
so they threatened you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how it works.
Wait, that's how it works?
Uh-huh.
They promised not to do something, and he gave them something to seal the deal. Hey, did you see the big guy wearing it on his head ever? Was it sitting on his head, his brow?
I don't think
Anywhere
so.
above the eyebrows?
The little red hat?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's only put it on his finger.
Pipsqueak is wearing it on the finger the same. He's still wearing an article of clothing that was red, right? Is that against the market rules?
No, it's if you wear it as a hat, a finger hat. I don't think they're not going to have an issue with.
God, I hate fashion.
Laws of fashion.
Is there nothing,
Because-
Pepsiquin, is there nothing with intent? The intent was for it to be a hat.
The intent is that if you need help, you go to somebody with a red thing on their head.
So, little fella, is that hat still yours?
If I can reach it, yes.
It's yours if you can reach it?
Uh-huh.
That's how it works?
Sounds like an easy fix.
Well, yeah, but then that means that they could still do whatever to me.
Well, it was
What
just
are
a
they gonna
one.
do to you? Can you not tell us?
They were going to report me to the green guy. The green man.
Important.
Because
You work
had
for him?
the red cap.
Nope. And I like it that way.
I like it that way too.
And why were they going to report you?
Probably because he had a contraband red cap.
No, not to the green man. He wouldn't care about that.
Well,
Or
See,
because
green man sounds like a thug or a mob boss or something.
well.
What?
Okay,
You
I'm making
guys-
an executive decision here. Let's get this little man's cap back in his hands.
Um,
Hey, Stinky! I yelled at the big guy. Your mother was a wagon.
Huh?
so I wait for him to be distracted and then drop the hat down in a way that we can just give it to the little guy.
Or if need be, I can rogue dash up there and grab it and come back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Give me a die 20 roll then.
Okay. 14 on the die.
Okay. Plenty high enough.
Okay.
So
So,
you've got the cap.
all right. I hand it back to the little guy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, run, get out of here.
Before he takes off, he looks at you and says, first hold out your hand. He shakes his hat off over your hand. And it feels like your fingers pricked again. It says, now I bet they don't want my hat. And he takes off.
Thanks, bud. Well, that solves that little problem. And then I show them the non-pricked finger to the ogres, and we can go on our merry way then.
To the battle pits.
What about the big ugly skull cap? Are they trying to reclaim that?
Yeah, they don't seem to care about it too much.
Leave it. I don't want that smelly thing.
Tell you what, I'm gonna get the green man's amulet out, and I hold it in front of me, and in front of the ogres, and I say gobbledygook, and I take a quaff from the potion of growth, So I go from medium to large, and roll a 2 on the D4, so that's 2 hours on this size. And I pick up the ogre-sized skull cap, and I put it on. Fits just fine.
Oh.
You're gonna need a bath after that.
Oh, it worked!
Yeah, Bope just blinks. Oh my goodness. What?
You truly are a great wizard.
I'm just like looking at my hands. Good. To try that again.
Battle pits, you say?
Do you give me a sleight of hand check?
Yes. 12 total.
Oh. What was Bope's passive perception?
12.
Yeah. You did see him drink something after when he said the gobbledygook thing. So
If he looks suspicious,
it's
I'll swap out the potion for the flask and salute him with it.
okay.
The thing about magic.
Give me another
is
sleight of hand check.
If you want it to believe, then if you want to believe that it's
19
true.
on this one.
Okay, yeah. He toasted Bope there. The Grand Wizard. Cheers.
We will do great things together, Quentin. Great things.
In the next 2 hours, yes.
Terrible, but great.
But great.
Man, I can see why there's such bullies. Man, I feel incredibly strong.
Oh no.
Watch for your step.
Oh, sorry, down there. Hey, you could ride on my hat, and you'd be like Pipsqueak.
It's just like one of those. And then Pipsqueak's on my hat. And
Yeah.
Like a nesting doll.
I don't know if Eldon would know what a nesting doll is. Or maybe a nesting doll, just not a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, I didn't. Anyway,
Yeah.
but then how will you watch over your goats if you're sitting on his shoulder or hat?
True. Yeah.
You put the goats on top of that, and then
Yeah.
they stack on top of each other.
I think goats are very afraid of heights. I think they'd be very uncomfortable up that.
Actually, they're very nimble. They could
I was
just-
Oh,
like-
you're right. Hold on.
They're like
Goats climb
adept
mountains.
climbers.
I was like, yeah, goats
you're
go
right,
for the
sorry.
highest point in an area.
You're right. I forgot. I need to be in person with some goat stat.
the view from up here, amazing. So, guys, we go into the battle pit, or you want to go try and find that transmogrifier?
So let's go to the battle pit while you're like that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna be able to hide anywhere though.
People hide from me.
It
I'm
went
not
straight-
hiding from you. You're hiding from me.
It's gone straight to his head.
This is a problem. This is a problem. He's gonna start quaffing that stuff like it's a drug, and we're gonna have to like keep tabs on it. Like, where are you hiding the brew?
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Little person.
You're a monster.
I'm just constantly cracking my knuckles. And
This has no consequences whatsoever.
No, none whatsoever.
No, it's fine. It's gonna be totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the battle pits while we can take
fun.
advantage of him at that
It's
time.
there.
Peaks tells you that we've only got probably about 4 or so hours left, or the equivalent of 4 hours left before they start chasing us out.
Okay.
Should be enough time to.
What do you recommend? Or are you just letting us know?
Just letting you know.
Okay. Sounds good.
hey, what time is her shift supposed to start? Now. So we can be in position if she sees my paper swan.
Well, that's a good question. Does she work there overnight? Is that what Kira was telling us?
No, she's got the evening shift though, so roughly about
Quentin,
Soonish, I would think.
4 to 8, 4 to 9. Uh, you've got about an hour or so before her shift would start.
Quentin, I have a stupid question.
I have a stupid answer.
I've seen those little paper creatures before for sale, as a work of art. And when I'd see them, there was no expectation that you were supposed to unfold them.
I wrote "Open Me."
Okay.
It's an elf thing.
Oh, okay.
That does sound like it could be an elf thing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
That's my excuse for about a quarter of the stuff I do.
it's an elf thing. Letters folded up in paper animals.
Well-
It's an elf thing. It's-
Elves aren't exactly uncommon. Like, I feel like we'd probably know at least a little bit about elf culture as non-elves.
Who's we?
If you were like, what are the rocky skinned people? It starts with G.
Ganassi?
Goliath.
Goliath. Like, if you were Goliath, I mean, I think they're fairly uncommon. So yeah, you could probably get away with it then as a Goliath. But I mean, as an elf, I feel like non-elves still know
Yep.
something.
You can call him on it?
Coming from the giant half-elf that's looking down at you right now, I think you're overthinking this.
I think it's generally unhealthy to call Quentin out on things unless you have a specific reason to do so. And right now, I do not have that reason. So sure, I'm just smiling and nodding. Sure.
Hey, I can still be stealthy. By tomorrow's grace.
I want to dare you to do it, but
Come on, hit me with the good stuff.
if skill should fail you, tomorrow's grace may yet help you succeed. Go for it.
You're enabling.
Try to be part of this plan.
I'm gonna walk between the leaves and you're not gonna hear a damn thing.
Okay. Have fun. Be back before dark.
So as we're walking there, I'm gonna be darting to and fro, awnings, barrels, alleyways, hiding like my life depends on it. Stealthing with advantage, despite my large size.
Is it comical or is it actually working? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know until I see the die roll.
Wonder what his negatives are.
I don't have any actually per the spell, but maybe there's some situational stuff. That's a 17 on my stealth.
yeah,
Okay.
he may just be higher. We don't know.
Mind you, I'm hiding to hide behind wagons and not barrels, but them's the breaks.
No. He seems to be doing a good job of it. But his stealth has taken a different technique than what he might be expecting. He just steps out and kind of swaggers into the middle of the crowd, and it has gotten quite crowded now. And he just kind of blends in with everyone else. You'd swear that he is not 12 feet tall right now.
Well, just
he
for
could be a foot over 9.
Well, just for my edification, can we hear him walking? Because his claim was, you won't hear me. Which is petty, I know, but...
Twinkle toes.
accused me of not being petty, so...
That sounds like somebody needs an active perception check.
Dolores, you can hear him.
Wasn't too quiet for me. Busted. I keep it to myself. But I know.
Still impressive, but you can hear it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but headed over to the battle pits or back over to Kira's place?
Oh, right, because you think that she's going to come meet us. I mean, I guess we'll see about that.
Well, how about the note said for her to meet us at the battle pits if she was innocent, so that way,
But If she's not innocent,
And I thought we established she'd get lost. Like, she could just melt away with the crowd around the battle pits.
Yeah,
And
as
the crowd
the
never-
day has gone on, it has gotten progressively more crowded in here.
If she's innocent, she'll want to come and clear her name.
You don't know that. She could be freaked out that some stranger came into her lodging and left an object behind, giving her orders.
Look, it was a
That
nice
might
little
freak
swan.
her out.
It wasn't
What?
a dagger. It was a nice little swan, okay? It wasn't a dagger.
He still came into her personal private space and left something there for her. That's intimidating.
Yeah, and that's how I wrote the note, too. It wasn't all puppies and kittens.
Yeah, so innocence doesn't mean she's going to come clear her name. Innocence may also mean she's going to run for her life.
No, I'm inside her head. That's not what's going to happen. Trust me, I know what I'm
You
doing.
haven't even laid eyes on this person yet, and we know nothing about her except for her name and where she lives and what she does. But that's
That's all I need.
okay.
You got to try the potion. This stuff is amazing.
Oh, is that what's going on?
I got one more. And I hold up a tiny little thimble.
Somebody take that away from Bo. Do your mage hand, because this is not good for him.
Oh, this is
Eric,
science.
will you cheer up? We're trying to have a good time here. Goodness.
He's
Okay,
being
so
ridiculous.
A little bit, yes.
Just because you couldn't see me doesn't mean you need to get snippy.
so the battle pits.
Off to the battle pits. You see a few folks wrestling in there. And it's kind of an interesting bout of wrestling. It looks like, well, first of all, it looks like all of your opponents are classed by race. And they're put into fairy rings, and the objective seems to be to push your opponent out of the fairy ring. And
Straightforward enough.
you've got a choice as you approach it. Are you here to watch, or are you here to join in the fun?
Ha 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 ha. I'm watching.
Ah,
Is there anything deadlier?
I think I'm just gonna.
yes, but not today. We'll get progressively more invigorating as the market goes on.
So
But we always start out this way, so for the people who don't really want to bet too much, this is the fun games. We'll get the serious games later on in the week.
So I suppose, what is the point? What do the fighters do this for?
Well, they're trying to be the best.
Right, but
The very best.
Yes.
what type
no
of
one.
like what type of accolades are they receiving?
Renown. They will be sung in the songs of the bards from here on out as the champion of the Fey market and the champion of the champions.
Just think about it, Renyan. The Fae having to sing about your glory. Delicious.
Pointless.
No, but I could see it. I could see it being of use later. Perhaps I should participate.
Is this a team effort or one-on-one?
I'm absolutely not getting in there.
We'll have team battles later on too. Tomorrow is jousting, and then after the jousting, you've got weapon fights, And then you have arena combat. And then on the final day, you have mass battles of teams against teams.
Say, is there a half-elf class?
For right now, yes.
Are you keeping healers on staff for all of these battles?
On some of them, but not
Do you
on
have
the
a
final
shortage?
day.
Do you have a shortage?
What's that?
Do you have a shortage of healers?
No, on the final day, it's the betting would be abysmal if we had healers on hand.
Can I take your money to help heal for some of these bouts?
Oh, that's what you're asking. You want money?
Maybe you
Okay, sure.
let it a large half-elf groan.
Quentin, I don't have time for your bullshit when you're 12 feet tall, okay?
Money's the wrong term. You ask for a favor, then you can buy stuff.
Quentin, let me do me, okay?
Okay.
So, I will participate.
Okay.
Is it just pushing? Is it just you're just pushing, or is magic allowed, or what is the deal here?
Are all the half-elves normal-sized?
Magic.
I'm in.
Pope is gonna take off his wizard robes and suddenly he's like, ripped.
Hey, it's what high constitution looks like.
And -1 strength.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
not so ripped. He could just go all day long.
Oh, he's really wiry. Really.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's all in the gut. He just
Rosy hue.
he's got an ET body. Just big gut, little arms.
Oh.
Take a pound.
So what did the? Trying to find out the rules here. What's the?
Now, if you could get your opponent outside the circle,
Oh, put me in. I don't want to fight this guy though, and I point at Renyan.
no, you go up against a group of gnomes at least until you defeat all the gnomes, and then you go up against the other champions.
All right.
Are you doing it?
Yes. Sorry, did I miss? Is there a cost? Is there anything I have to lose?
No, there's no cost. In fact, you're kind of encouraged, and you can get bragging rights out of it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Quentin's in.
Okay. Quentin, the giant half elf,
Yes.
and Renyan. Okay.
They find other giant half elves for you to fight.
But before I go into the ring, I get my magic quill out and my little shaving mirror, and I do some little facial tattoos around the eyes to indicate how many other half-elves I've murdered for intimidation factor.
Okay.
And don't forget the tear at the corner of your eye.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it's an elvish tear.
Yes.
Okay. So how many do you put there? 72?
No, just 3.
Just 3? Okay.
God, I hope this magic pen is indelible.
Okay, we'll start with boop.
All right.
You're up at the you're at your ring.
I'm just like
And,
hopping around. Got my do some stretching, some bending.
Okay, and you've got your opponent over there. It looks like a fairly young gnome. He's sitting there going. When he stretches, he doesn't hear any cracks.
Yeah.
Ooh. Low blow.
And he's there. And he looks over and says, Grandpa, I don't want to hurt you.
I say, I don't want to hurt you either. So wait out here, Mr.
good.
Peppers, and I take out my bunny and lay him outside of the ring, and then crack my fingers even further. Let's do this, whippersnapper.
Okay. So you're going to dance into the ring and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any particular methodology you're using?
I mean, when we start, I'm going to cast a spell. Do you want to know
Okay.
which one?
Tensor's transformation.
Okay. Go ahead, cast.
Okay. Is it like a 1, 2, 3 go? Is there a gunshot?
Yep. It's a actually it's a 3, 2, 1 go,
Okay.
and
as soon
then
as
he rushes forward to you, and you cast.
I just stick out my tongue and go, "Woo, woo, 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 woo," and cast Cause Fear. So that is
Okay.
a wisdom save. DC 15. Oogie woogie. Oogie woogie woo. You're afraid.
Oogie boogie woo, huh?
Yeah.
He is afraid, very afraid.
I'm just gonna chase him around the ring. Like, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! And try to funnel him towards the side. I mean, come on, this works with my toddlers. It's gotta work. Alright, sorry. I should read the spell. So I awakened the sense of mortality in one creature. I
He's
assume
good
they
for
were
that.
a
And-
construct or an undead.
Okay, so he is definitely frightened of you, and yeah, he runs from you as you chase him around the ring there.
If I'm able to corner him, then I will meekly try to push him out.
He's
He wouldn't dare.
give me a dex check there.
Okay. All right. Okay. That was kind. Okay. That is that's 14.
You were able to catch him as he's trying to get away from you.
All right. He's out.
So now give me your athletics check.
Aha. I should have seen that coming. Let's see. This one will work, right? That is... Nope. 10 minus 1.
A 9, huh?
He is...
He is out of the ring.
Hey!
Ah.
I'm just
So
like...
you won your first round.
There's more? Oh, shoot!
How many spell slots you got?
How many gnomes did you think were here?
Now who's up next, Rinian or Quentin?
Your choice, Renian.
Perhaps I should go. I believe that Quentin would make the greater
Finale?
final act. Yeah,
He'd be tough to follow, that's for sure.
indeed.
Okay, there is
So sneaky.
plenty of waging going on these games, but it's mainly for for drinks and victuals. So, was Delirious or Eldon taking part in any of that?
I don't wait through my food, Cecil. Sorry.
Okay, not a
Yeah,
problem.
no.
You can enjoy the show, have a drink,
Okay,
Oh, did you
Rennie,
see
you're up next.
Both actually got that youngin' out of there. Get for him. Yeah.
Rennie,
that?
Indeed.
3, 2, 1.
So coming out of the gate, it will attempt to look unsure. Be shaking my shield arm, feeling naked.
Oh,
Feeling naked.
I know
Okay.
thrift.
Hmm?
I've done
Okay.
thrift.
So, start with a deception check then.
Got an 11.
Okay.
Is it really deception when he feels naked without his shield?
Well, I figured that while you were shaking your arm and looking kind of lost, you're trying to
A little bit.
bring your opponent in, sucker him in, and it seems to be working because he charges right on over.
Okay.
So, an athletics check. Because you suckered him in, you got advantage.
A 19.
Oh! And as your opponent charges over at you, Rinian definitely steps aside, leaves his leg in place, and his opponent goes right over it and tumbling out. So Rinian has won the first round.
Hooray! I knew you could do it!
That was
Like a
slick.
giant
Good job.
foam hand to wave around.
Oh,
Quentin.
it's over? Oh.
Quentin is going to try a similar attack. Using deception, he's going to play up the blowhard part and just kind of, talk to the crowd and stuff, and wait for the other guy to charge him, and then try and leap up with acrobatics and get out of the way and let the guy barrel out of the ring on his own.
Nice.
You're probably not going to be able to jump as well.
Okay, give me a
Better.
deception there.
Just saying, things are different
With
when you're
disadvantage, however.
when you're real small.
11.
Okay. Oh, that dice is going back into the box of shame.
Is that
You
the one that
managed
lost?
to sucker him in. It's amazing how the oversized Quentin manages to say, "Yes, charge at me."
And then I try to somersault out of the way, or, backflip out of the way. Little acrobatic.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You manage to get out of the way, but your opponent does not go out of the ring. He comes up short.
Can I?
He looks at you. Almost had me.
How about
Very tricky one.
a straight up athletics charge then to knock him out?
Okay. Your athletics
Yep.
and his acrobatics.
19.
Okay. He tried to get out of your way, taking your technique and tactics, but you reached out, just kind of scooped him up.
Slam him to the ground.
Oh, just gently placed him outside the ring.
Nice. I'll
No,
offer a big
well,
hand.
you did it with style.
I'll offer a big hand to him to pick him up, and then like cheer, like yeah, good job.
Okay. So Quentin's got the first round. Oh, you're back up. Ready for another one?
Yes, who's my challenger?
It's another gnome.
Another gnome.
This one doesn't look quite as young and impressionable.
Well, in that case, I'd like to hold out my hand, for in a gesture of good sportsmanship.
And from the other side of the ring, he waves back at you.
Oh no, I'd like to shake hands. Shake. Can I walk? I walk to the middle of the ring and be like,
Are you
"May the
gonna
best
zap him?
gnome-" No. May the best gnome win.
Okay. Okay, he walks to the middle of the ring, shakes hands with you.
As he's shaking my hand, I kind of lean in a little bit and say, as a gesture of respect to your elders, I suggest you let me win.
Oh.
So that is another wisdom save, DC 15.
No shame
long.
from our gnome. Bope, no shame.
You don't get to be as old as Bob without a few tricks.
That's
Wily
true.
old coot.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? You go back over to the edge of the ring?
Yeah. Go back to the edge.
Okay. And
Try to build up the
3,
crowd.
2, 3, 2, 1, and it's starting.
Okay.
And he charges over at you.
I charge at him.
Okay.
I go
So you're
low.
going for an
I go low.
okay. You're going for an athletics check.
Sure.
Boop.
Okay.
Bope,
I mean, I
Bope,
could-
he's our
I
gnome.
could
but he
still
can't
roll a
do-
natural 20,
No, no
Um,
can.
but I didn't. I rolled a 6 minus 1.
You rolled a 5.
Yes.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. He bowls right over you. First
Oh.
top. And as you get near the edge of the ring, he grabs you and pulls you to the ground.
On the other side.
And as you wrestle on the ground, he says, "You're making it hard for me to make it look like you're winning. Try harder, Grandpa."
Okay, I'm going to try to wriggle out of his grasp.
Okay.
Is that what is that? Acrobatics or dexterity? So if that is indeed dexterity based, that would be a 15 to.
Okay. Oh yeah, you get out of his grasp very easily.
Okay, and then I'm gonna dance over to the other side of the ring and just kind of shift back and forth, like, "Ooh, can't see me, can't see me." And just wait for him there.
Okay. He comes up at you fairly
As he-
carefully and whatnot, and
Oh.
is looking at you and trying to kind of gauge where you're going to go.
That's not what I expected. I'm gonna try to like taunt him, be like, "Come at me, come on."
His father smelled of elderberries.
Okay. Yeah, he comes at you and charges over.
I'm gonna try to like duck down at the last second and sort of flip him over my back.
Okay. Give me your acrobatics on that one then.
All right. Oh yeah, natural 20.
Okay, yeah, he goes flying over your back. And
Just come up. Woo!
and Bope has the second one.
Whereas,
Cheering
if I ever
myself.
pick a fight with Bope, I want you to remind me of this day.
Vice versa, buddy.
You got it. Like,
Is there an
Renyan, it's time for round 2.
Indeed.
Okay,
How's my opponent look?
your opponent looks like a barbarian from the Northlands. If this was Greco-Roman wrestling, which no one would have ever heard about, you think you might be in trouble.
It's all about that center of gravity, yo. I think the time for deception has passed. We are being much more direct and traditional. Especially for a fellow Northman. I hail too from the north.
Okay. From 10 Towns?
Just outside of Mirabar.
Ah. Not from 10 Towns then. Okay,
Southerner.
yeah. Renyan's a southerner.
You can do it, Renyan.
bury him?
So, 3, 2, 1, and it's on! And he kind of approaches you cautiously. Looks like he's trying to get a read on you.
Hey. Well, basically just mirror him.
Okay. Give me an insight check then.
Insight. That is probably a 15.
Okay, that will give you advantage on your next roll.
Okay. He's a barbarian, so I will let him shoot first.
Okay. He's going to... He looks like... He faints real quick and then comes in for a bear hug to just push you straight on out of the ring. So an athletics check, please. Okay, I'm sorry.
24.
Ooh. He came up to grab you in a bear hug. You essentially both grabbed each other, and but you got him lifted off the ground.
German suplex.
Oh,
Pick him up
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the ground and just... Blap.
just walk him out or throw him out of the ring?
Yep.
Okay. And you were over near the edge of the ring, correct?
How big are these rings?
About 15 feet across.
Across. We would have been circling each other. He would have been the one that charged. So yeah, that would
Okay.
make sense.
So he is out, and you've got your second bout. And Quentin, you figure this is your your last big bout.
Do I know who I'm facing off against? Like what the person looks like?
You do now. It looks like kind of a scrawny young half elf. He does not look like he has all that much muscle going for him.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
go.
then
for
again, not a whole lot of half elves really look bulked up.
That's true. I'm gonna go over to my sack and rifle through and grab some undergarments out of it and kind of wad it up in my hand. This is a little part of my sleight of hand embarrassment tactic, and then I'll chalk up my hand. So you need a sleight of hand check now to see if anyone notices.
Well, you could do that and prep it just
Okay.
before you go up to the ring.
All right, I get in the ring then, and I'm going to take you down. And I kind of motion him to come at me. And I want to use a sleight of hand to make it look like I'm, ripping the underwear out from his pants or from underneath his shirt, and then I'll hold up the undergarments for the crowd.
Okay. You want sleight of hand or performance on that one?
Performance. I'm putting on a good show here.
Okay.
That is a 24.
Oh, the crowd goes wild at that.
And then I kind of hold my nose, indicating that they're stinky. You can see the visual stink lines coming off them. And I throw them out of the ring. And then I want to just go for a straight athletics, try and shoulder them out of the ring.
Okay, well, you are over there sniffing the garments, and woo!
You can do it, Quentin.
Apparently, it's a very strong smell. Paralyzed.
Give him the
Okay,
chair.
and 35 hit points. You have more?
Let me check. I have 35 on the dot.
Oh, Quentin is there sniffing the undergarments. And falls asleep.
I'm a half elf though, so I am immune
Ah.
to magical sleep. I feign a big yawn, and I kind of make it seem like I am going to go to sleep. Oh, my eyes are getting droopy. Oh no, I'm vulnerable. Come at me, bro. And I want to slam him out of the ring.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
What a half elf.
With advantage?
Nope.
Okay. 16.
Your opponent says, nice try. But I know those spells that the powder wouldn't work on me.
Boring conversation, buddy. And I'm going to rush him and try to knock him out.
Okay.
What do you want? Like straight athletics?
Yep, that's athletics. He's going to try to dodge out of the way with acrobatics.
Okay. 4? I'm sorry. No, a 2.
A 2.
Yeah. I rolled a 1.
I thought for sure you had it.
No.
Because he rolled a 3.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
So
It's very ugly.
it's an ugly win for him, but
A win.
essentially, you rush him. He tries to dodge out of the way. You kind of trip over him.
It's not a draw. We don't knock each other out.
Well, you end up going out first. He's out very close second, but you went out first. He's got the round.
All right. I'll stand up and offer my giant-sized hand to him.
And he shakes it. It says, "You've got the performance down, my friend."
Sleep magic on a half-elf dude? Come on.
I was trying to lull you into a false sense of charge at me. I'm inexperienced, that kind of stuff.
Fair enough. Good fight.
Almost worked. But then you tried to do the same thing to me, and I knew that didn't work.
All right. Well, can't win them all. Is this intermission for the fights?
Yeah, this is a good intermission for the fights. So, I guess we will be welcome back to the Velkyn Weave. So far, Boat and Onion have both defeated 2 of their opponents. They're on the 3rd and final bout, at least for their races. So, Boat, you're up against the final contender. This will make you the champion of the Gnomes. If you
Okay.
win.
This really takes me back to the old forest festivals. Oh boy. Who's next?
Your opponent here looks like, if you put him in armor, he would almost be a gnomish knight. He looks like he's used to battles.
Like, okay, well,
So he comes up, and you get the 3, 2, 1.
okay. I look at him and say, I have a very important question. Do you know why you never see
no.
direwolves hiding in the trees? Do you? Well, it's because they're really good at it. Make a saving throw, mother. Oh, yeah. It's a wisdom 15.
Is that a traditional gnomish greeting?
It must be.
Make a saving throw, motherfucker.
Or it's a wizard thing. It's probably a wizard thing.
Sounds like a wizard thing. That sounds like that could be a wizard thing.
Totally a gnome thing.
Bope is getting overconfident.
Yeah, he walks on over, picks the Pope up.
I'm just saying, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear,
Oh my.
oh dear.
Pulls you up and is placing you just outside the ring. Would you want to do it?
Can I resist?
You may certainly
You may
try.
cry. This is how you
Yeah, that
respect
is
your
a
elders.
that is a 3 minus 1.
Okay, as your feet kick,
Yes.
he places you down just outside, and
Not even a chuckle. Come on.
then it's he says, pulls wadded up wax out of his ears. Sorry, Grandpa. I was watching a couple of your other bouts.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I give him a respectful salute and sort of brush my shoulders off. Well, I guess he didn't dump me unceremoniously.
No, he very gently put you out there with a natural 20.
Beautiful.
What?
Beautiful. I clap as I back away.
That was more anticlimactic, not gonna lie.
I liked it.
Just
Sorry to disappoint, Eldon.
whisper that to Dolaris in the stands. Like, I wouldn't say that right to your
Yeah.
face. That would just be mean. That would just be mean. That's
Why did
unnecessary.
I just hear someone in the crowd yell, "You suck"?
You're
That was
bad and you should feel bad.
That was Dolaris and like elbow. Dolaris, that's not nice.
I know. I actually really liked how that turned out.
Can I get a side bet on Renion's final bout here?
Oh, you may certainly get a side bet going for Rinion.
You fool.
They doing any coins or?
For tonight, it's mainly for drinks. The real betting will get when there's a little bit more at risk.
Okay, like a gallon of wine.
A whole gallon.
Yeah,
You're on.
deal.
Cold duck it is.
Gallon of 2 copper whopper.
Okay, and are you betting for or against Rinion?
Oh, against Renion.
Of course.
Wow. The obvious move. The obvious.
Okay. Rinian,
Hmm.
3, 2,
Wait,
1.
opponent.
And your opponent is there. He a little bit scrawny, but he kind of like the skinny but wiry but strong.
I'd like to use my.
He's not a weightlifter, but you get the impression that he could keep going all day long.
I'd like to use my Master of Tactics to give his opponent an advantage on the next check, calling out. He favors. He's not using a shield. He favors his other side.
Seeing that, I will take a
Hearing that.
defensive position in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
All right. Well, not really so much defensive. I will claim the middle of the ring.
Okay.
And I yell, "You got this, Rinian!"
I can hear you.
Change your voice last time.
Okay. He spends a little bit of time kind of circling around you, trying to draw you out. And when that doesn't work, he tries to dance in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
He dances in and takes a lunge at your left leg. It seems like he's going to go in for a trip move.
Gonna grapple, are we? Well, I was raised by. Well, I wasn't raised by, but I trained with the dwarves, so I'm used to ankle biters.
Okay.
Counter or
You could counter with athletics, or you could just
yes,
go
I
for
would.
a straight up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to counter him. 16.
Okay. Oh, you have the advantage on him right now, so you've pushed him closer to the edge of the circle.
Hmm.
He's struggling to get out of your grasp. One good shove is all it's going to take from you.
A shove, don't you?
And yeah, let's give him a shove.
Put your hands on
Okay.
and push.
No, Ray. You lay those hands on him.
21.
Woo!
Oh! He's he's right behind you. He now has the advantage on you.
Oh dear.
Oh, dang.
He tried a good deception on you there. So you're at the edge of the circle. He has
Can I-
now taken your place.
I will okay. Then I will be more mindful and keep my insight open for his further deceptions,
Okay.
since I am trained in watching deceitful fighters.
Okay. So you're going to try to draw him in, or
I will
do an.
I will move back to the center and start over.
Okay. Well, he's between you and the center.
Okay.
Like I said, he took your place. Essentially, as you shove forward and move forward, he just spun around behind you.
And then I will move back through him to the center.
Okay, so you're going to try to push through him. Okay, so that sounds like athletics up. Straight up against each other.
18.
Oh, you've got him. So you've pushed him straight on back. You're at the other edge of the circle now. You've got the advantage on him.
Don't give up. Keep pushing.
This is where you just had him when he spun out of the way.
Yep. Being mindful of that, if you need an insight check before I go for trying to circle him.
Okay.
Circle him.
Circle him?
I got a modified 20.
Okay. Okay, you've got the impression that he's not going to try to draw you in this time. He is just going to try to get out of the way and essentially start over.
In that case, I will attempt to shove where he will be, not where he is.
Okay.
Want you to curve the
He's gonna faint.
For another 18.
Okay, you got him, and he is out. You are the champion of the humans.
Hooray!
I will assist him up if he so will take the hand.
And he tells you, well done, sir.
Indeed. The most difficult fight of the night, by far.
Yeah, everybody's being such good sports. It's really nice.
Waited last day.
These aren't the lethal ones.
Well, nobody can complain if they're dead.
Wow, Eldon. That was surprising.
That escalated quickly.
Just, I'm not veiling any threats. I'm just stating, matter of fact.
That makes it even more cool.
I'll settle up with the guy I bet with.
Okay. Yeah, it was close. He thought that he was going to owe you some wine.
I'll hand a carrot to Mr. Peppers in defeat. You were right.
What was
Yeah, the majority of my party doesn't believe in me.
I have not said anything one way or the other. Thank you very much.
Hey, I was cheering you.
I was your most vocal supporter.
Okay. Brendan, you've got about an hour before your next bout. If you wish to take a break or anything.
I believe that will give us time for that meeting.
Now?
Well, we've been doing this for how long?
No, her name is Now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Yeah. Now we should go find her. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll head towards where we said to meet. You know, the entrance to the battle pits or whatever.
Yeah. You don't see her anywhere around the battle pits.
Guilty?
Want to swing by that shop? See if she's there working?
Yeah, I mean, give it 10 minutes, crowds and all, and then hit the shop up.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay, so you head over to the stall.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there's someone who could only be described as now working at the shop. She matches the description perfectly.
Is Kira not there?
Kira is not there.
Well, at least now we know what she looks like.
Well, how do we want to approach this?
I don't know. That seems really weird.
Good furbog, bad furbog?
Why do you bring furbolgs into this?
I can't turn into a furbolg.
They are the police force of this establishment.
All right.
Too crowded in here. I'll wait outside.
It's a metaphor. Don't worry about it, Delirious.
Metaphors with both.
Do-do-do-do.
Can you read minds or detect thoughts?
No, I haven't quite mastered that trick. That would be a neat one. I can summon a little friend to do minor tasks for us.
Let's just try the direct approach then.
Okay.
Bold move. All right.
Try to be diplomatic.
Of course.
Just a thought.
You killed my father!
I mean, confusing lie, but you do you.
So I think I'm still large because I had 2 hours on that. So,
Yeah, no, you would not no longer be.
oh,
Large.
2 hours has passed? Okay.
Yes.
Very well. Then I can fit inside the shot.
Mhm.
I'll go in and do a little browsing and then turn to her. Are you now?
Yes, good sir. Yes, I am. You know me? Do I know you?
Did you?
I've heard of you.
Forgot me, but-
You do.
Have you worked here for several months?
For quite a while now. Yes.
Are you happy here?
Oh, very. I'm learning quite a bit.
The reason I
You're not after an apprenticeship, are you? I don't think Congress has room for another apprentice right now.
It's funny you should say that because there's a possibility there may be an opening.
Really?
Yes, there have been allegations.
Oh no, that's not.
Oh, the missing stuff. Does she know who's doing it yet?
Well, she's trying to get to the bottom of it.
I can imagine.
Yes. Do you have a list of exactly what went missing?
No, but if you give me a little bit of time, I might be able to come up with it. How do you know about the missing stuff?
Independent operators who are doing an audit of the situation.
That's
Ah.
what kids are calling it.
Suddenly she starts.
I look to see who she's waving at.
It looks like she's trying to get the attention of somebody in a red cap over there.
Ah, so what are we doing now? We're not doing anything wrong, I guess.
No,
Yeah, we're fine.
We're completing a task. Okay, I wait for her to catch the attention of somebody. Did you need some help in waving one down? I'll help her wave.
Okay. Great. So you didn't take this stuff?
No. In fact, we're trying to find out who took it.
Oh, I thought you were asking about it to try to get an idea on whether you had people hunting you down yet.
This is not the way we do that.
No. In
Well,
fact,
I don't know how you steal stuff. How do you steal stuff?
can I get a
In-
check?
Trade secret.
It's called insight. Use it.
I only got a 10 on my check.
Bummer.
She seems genuinely confused or sincere, I think.
Yeah, she's looking at it, and she looks like she strongly suspects that you're a thief. Yes.
I mean, that's probably true for some of us, but not currently.
Not in this
Not in this
situation.
instance, yeah. We're on
No.
sabbatical from thievery on a large scale currently.
Never partaken in thievery, I think.
I can't tell a lie.
No, we didn't steal the rods or whatever they are. We've
That's-
been hired to locate them
Oh, okay.
by your employer.
Why didn't Kira tell me anything about that? I'll have to check with her next time in the morning.
Awkward.
Well, when we spoke to her, you weren't here, so that may have something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, we're both generally here in the mornings, and then I take the afternoons off, and she gets the evenings off.
We spoke to her in the afternoon. That probably has something to do with it.
Oh, okay.
So do you know?
She must have been not just in a rush then.
Do you know when the objects went missing? Then
Well, we've had a few things turn up missing, I guess, over the last couple of weeks.
like while y'all are in the shop or while it's closed?
Oh, it's hasn't been anyone coming in after it's been closed down. We put all the stuff away.
You're certain?
Yeah, it's disappeared during the day.
While somebody's here at all times.
Yes.
You know what that sounds like? Invisibility.
Yeah. How do you do that? Can you do that?
Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff that can do it.
All right.
We're in a Fey market.
Fair point. Fair point.
At higher levels, I can do that.
Say, was there anything that preceded the disappearance? Like something showed up, you heard a noise, smelled something, a notice was posted, any type of pattern?
No, we've just started having little things go missing. First it was little odds and ends, and then it was a little bit more of expensive stuff. And the rods that Kira was working on, I think she was really looking at those as bringing in some good trade value.
Were they secured in a safe or just like on a workbench when they went disappearing?
Well, they only go into a safe at night.
Thank you. You've been very helpful. I need to consult with my colleagues. And I step outside.
Okay.
Look,
she seemed to have believed you overall, although
that's good because I wasn't doing my best line. I mean,
Yeah, we're pretty suspicious.
I know. I'm a little off my game. It was that giant size, and frankly, the ogre skull cap went right to my head.
Really?
Yeah,
You think?
I tossed it away. I'm sorry.
Be careful when you get a big head like that.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
You know what I think they could use, and I haven't really dealt with one since I was up north. The shop needs a Tressa,
A what?
a flying cat that can see invisible. If they have an invisible thief, they need something that can see invisible. And who
But
doesn't
what if
love
it's
a
not
flying cat?
invisible?
Well, then they're having to feed a Tressa and deal with its bullshit. And who doesn't like a little shop cat, you know?
I wouldn't know.
You don't have alley cats where you're from?
Yes, we have alley cats. They're not shop cats. Alley cats are jerks.
Well, excuse me,
Whoa.
I didn't realize you were so opinionated on,
You can't help but be opinionated about alley cats. They're jerks.
I guess Delirious isn't a cat person. All right.
well, you know, if you think an alley cat is a jerk, you haven't met a Tressa yet. Cats with wings
Eh.
and attitude.
That sounds pretty bad. Cats already have attitude, man.
An alley cat that can
They
fly.
don't share their rats. They scratch us all up. They're territorial. They're jerks.
It- I'm certain somewhere in this Fey market there is a Tressa. That could help solve the situation.
Seems likely, right?
Maybe the
Like,
otherworldly markets, or just wandering the streets we could come across one. Unless you know of some god that worships these things. We could stop by the altar stop.
I do not know of any deity that venerates the Tressum. I've never heard of a Tressum before today, Quentin, to be honest. So,
they're native to the north.
Yeah, I didn't really get out much before I met you folk. Be fair.
Goats.
I knew more than just goats, but still never lived in a city before.
So, what do you want to do from here?
I do want a list of what things were taken in case there's a clue there. But she said she's working.
Yeah, I'll come back and ask about it in the morning.
What was the exact quest?
Cecil.
Find out if Now is taking this stuff and
No,
what is
yeah.
happening to it.
Well,
Well, I could always try to, sweet talk her. Chance it'll work, chance it won't.
what's
As long as you
Yeah.
don't damage her, she might be considered market property.
I would just be asking a question.
doesn't hurt anybody,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I look to Renyon. Right?
The moral
Am I going to
compass.
be incarcerated for this? I can't go to jail. Never mind. Just stop there.
I
Again.
believe you should be fine.
Okay. All right. I will enter the shop. Hello.
Okay.
Now?
I'm gonna watch this through the window.
Oh, it's not a shop with windows. It's more of a hastily erected.
I'm gonna watch this from around a corner.
Yeah, just letting you know, it's more of a something that can be quickly put up and taken down. But okay, you're going into the little shop area there,
Yeah.
and
I'm gonna wave her down. Hello.
yes,
Are you
yes.
Mel?
What can I do for you? Yes.
Hi.
What can I help you with?
I'm Bope Whizbang.
Oh, whiz bang!
Yes.
That sounds impressive.
And I'm also trying to get to the bottom of this missing material. And I know that you also profess to wanting to get to the bottom of it as well. And so I just...
A second. Kira hired a bunch of adventurers?
She was not listening to anything we were
Did I
saying.
say
Cool!
I don't think I said adventurers. Do I look
Okay.
young enough for adventurer?
Independent operators.
You're getting to the bottom of this.
Yes.
We're all pretty plainly right outside the tent and probably visible, so
Well, I'm a little.
Delirious is, yeah, Delirious is kind of hiding around the corner.
behind a post.
Anyway, I merely would put forth the suggestion that you work with us to get to the bottom of this and tell us everything you know about the stolen materials and who might be stealing them. Say, wisdom.
Everything I know about the stolen materials and who might be stealing them. Oh, that's an
It
awful
could-
lot. Okay.
Taking
There
this
are
request
there are-
literally. Prepare yourself, Bope.
2 rods. There's a small pamphlet that had recipes in it. And there are some tinder twigs. Now, the tinder twigs were the first things that came up missing. And what the tinder twig is, and then she goes on to explain in a long, drawn out thing is essentially,
Everything she knows.
Yep.
I mean, Bope reads like
Okay.
books for a living, so he has quite a lot of patience to listen to this.
Okay. Rinyan, it is rapidly becoming time for your bout.
Yes, I will quietly.
Do you need some help?
No,
Do you need a witness?
you guys control this. I will do. I mean, if anyone wants to join, that is fine. It's not a requirement.
Well, no, I'm just thinking it's against my paranoia to go for anybody to go somewhere unaccompanied.
Then I will leave and grab Delirious to come with.
I accept
Okay.
being voluntold.
You're gonna be his corner man.
Yeah.
And for the ring.
I got my big foam hand ready to go.
It's more about the obvious need for medical attention afterwards.
Oh yeah, sure.
Really stumble out of that ring, you know.
So Cecil, yes, we head back to the ring, or back to the.
Okay.
Eldon, tell me how it goes in there.
It doesn't.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Spoilers.
So you get a complete treatise on how to mix the properties on creating a tender twig.
I have a question. Does minor illusion work to make it look like your eyes are open when they're actually closed?
If it can make a head, I don't see why not.
I'll take copious notes.
I'm just gonna like nod, occasionally. Yes.
Okay.
What happened to your patience?
No, he's not stopping her or interrupting her.
Okay. The small pamphlet with what she believes had recipes in it. She wasn't. She hadn't read the pamphlet yet, so she doesn't know exactly. But it was approximately this big. It was about that wide, and it was 4 pieces of paper that were folded over 3 times. And it had quite a bit of writing inside of it. And and so she goes on and describes it in as close to detail as she can. And the 2 rods were each about this long. She holds her hands up about 1 foot apart. They were about this big around, about as round as your thumb is long. My thumb, not yours. Your thumb is probably a little bit smaller.
It is very observant.
And
I'm just gonna stop
the rods
right and say,
were
You're really good at your job. Can I say that? Continue.
okay. She describes what the rods were made out of. One was a metal, and the other one was a wood. It's kind of like an olive wood, but it wasn't. I'm not sure what species of wood it was. But the grain made you think of olive wood. But there was something just slightly different.
Is it the taste or the smell?
It was the look. The grain was closer together than you would have expected.
Eldon is playing with the goats in the grass because he has lost interest in this conversation.
And then she starts going into and Kira. You wanted to know everything I could tell you about Kira.
No.
I don't think she took it, but she might have. And so I have to tell you about her. And at about that time...
And then I walk away.
About that time, the guards start walking people through and saying, hey, it's time to leave, Okay. And Renyan!
Yes.
Okay.
You've got
You've
the
got
less
a-
painful task.
Yeah.
You say that, and at the same
We'll
time.
find out.
Hmm.
Warming him up.
Your first bout. 3, 2, 1. Your opponent is a gnome. A little bit taller than Bope, but
Seems pretty
looks-
martial.
not really. He's got a little bit of yeah, he looks like he's more martial than Bope was. But like all gnomes, you get the feeling that there might be a little bit of mysticism there as well.
Fun.
So, what's your action coming up?
Let's go with a cautious approach.
Okay.
I do not wish to miss and fly over him. So I will merely close the distance in a measured pace,
Okay.
trying to pin him against an edge. Corral him,
Okay.
if you will.
He moves slightly, but you notice that he's not leaving any footprints behind. The footprints seem to be about 3 feet to his left.
Trixie.
Illusion, if you will. I will move. I will make a. It's not like a dash, because again, I don't want to like go flying, but it's like a lunging attack at the location where the footprints are.
Okay. So essentially you are lunging for the footprints and stopping at the footprints.
Right.
Okay.
Attempting to put
Okay.
hands on what should be his size. Yeah.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Only a 10.
Okay. You lunge forward to push where his footprints are. And my goodness, that's almost like pushing up against a brick wall. He didn't move, but he was definitely there.
If given the attempt, I will do a jump back to reset,
Okay.
and then see what his next move is. It seems that this will be harder, so I will take the center.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics or a. Yeah, acrobatics is probably the best since you were jumping back.
Yeah, rolled well at least. A 17.
Okay, you are jumping back, and as you jump back, he tries to bull rush you and have your momentum carry you on out. Fortunately, you're able to also step aside, so you have him up against the other side of the ring now. The crowd loved it, by the way.
Obviously, this is a good
Finish
back and
him!
forth. I feel so So very naked without my shield. Having his rush fail and him bypass me, I will attempt to take advantage of that and kind of do a not an Olay, but more of a as he runs by, try to push and have him gain more momentum than he meant to.
Okay. Go ahead. Your choice, acrobatics or athletics, and you have advantage.
Very nice. A 17.
You escort him right out of the circle as he runs by.
Nice.
Luckily for that, advantage.
That's okay. He rolled. I mean, you won that one handily. You made it look great.
Still, running into him at first was a bit of a surprise. One would not expect one so small to be so dwarfish in his stoutness.
Maybe he had a tower shield.
It hid him behind the illusion.
Okay, next round.
Why didn't I think of that?
3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Who's he
It's a
fighting?
centaur.
Ah!
It's a stampede.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Okay. Game of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Horseplay?
Endurance. No, endurance.
Which half is the horse?
Yeah. Terrible views.
Why? Why?
Okay. In the course of watching these other bouts, have I seen others use magic openly, or is it just stuff that's easily hidden?
You've seen a few magic spells be used. Generally, it's subtle, but your grasp of that was more to kind of fool the opponent more than fool the audience.
Okay. 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 So yeah, I'm going to we'll start circling around around the edge of the. Instead of taking the center, I will skirt the edge and wait.
Okay.
And outside of that, I will hold action for the centaur to charge at me.
Okay.
Yes.
Old move.
Well, since you're circling around the edge, the centaur will quickly take the center because he figures that that's where he can reach you wherever you go now.
Sure. And I will continue skirting the edge and
Okay.
kind of, expecting him, given his advantages, to be the one to be the aggressor. Otherwise, he is being dishonorable to his ancestors by being so passive.
Are you telling him that?
Sure.
Okay. And he steps forward to block and bump at you. He's
Block?
not doing a flat out charge. He's just trying to cut off your retreat area and bump you out of the ring.
Mm. See, he's cutting off, so he is stepping up to the edge.
Okay, as you're going around the edge,
Yep.
he kind of steps in,
Okay.
and then so that his forelegs are blocking you from continuing that way, and then bumping with the rear of him.
So would you say that would account? While I said charge, would that count as him coming at me?
Yes, it would. It is not a charge, however.
Okay.
In other words, if you dodge out of the way, he is taking steps not to go running out of the ring.
Sure. Bonus action, Misty step behind him and push.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
I'll take a 19.
Not bad.
Okay. Even with his bonuses, you've got him. So, as he tried to bump you and take a step, you just give him that extra little momentum
Yeah, shoulder.
that took all 19,
Oof.
and you've got him.
I was like,
Nicely done.
huh, I didn't think that would work. Cool.
That was clever.
Okay, so Rinian will be celebrated and feted in song and dance in several of the ceremonies tomorrow. But it's time to head out of the market for the evening. And I need a constitution check from everybody, please.
Oh boy.
Just a check.
Or a save.
A save.
Save. Okay.
1.
I'm sorry, not constitution, charisma.
Oh!
The same roll.
That's one of the cleric saves.
That
Did
is-
did I
16.
5.
Not good.
game?
Yeah, I
I
got
mean-
5.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
15.
okay, Bo. You have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh.
Dolores. Delirious, 1 level of exhaustion. Eldon, I believe you said 15 also?
16.
Okay, 1 level of exhaustion.
14.
Sorry. 2.
5.
And also 2. And it's just the otherworldliness of the place is just kind of draining as you lose sense of self there.
Mm-hmm.
This happens instantaneously as we leave.
Well, as you're headed out, and I do believe, sir, that you have a slight debt.
Who is he talking to?
He's looking at Quentin.
And what would the debt be?
I don't know. If you give me a moment, I can figure it out. Ah! You took someone's skull cap.
I knew it!
I don't think they wanted it.
They left it and walked off.
Indeed. He said it wasn't his.
Okay, there's still that aura about you, but give me a persuasion check.
Did we aid him?
It helped.
Are we currently exhausted or no?
No, but as you leave, you will be.
Okay.
Not yet. This is still at the gate.
12.
A 12?
These aren't the guys that obligations you're looking for.
Okay, it's not a strong sense, but do be careful, sir.
Of course.
You may go.
Ooh,
Mm,
that was
Oh.
close.
That could have been worse.
told you it's Trixie.
Very tired.
He didn't.
Still have the skull
Apparently,
cap?
he didn't think. He didn't think too much of a skull cap. So
You still have it?
No, it was giant, and I'm not giant anymore.
Just leave it at the arena or whatever?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Oh, speaking of which, how'd you do, Renyon?
I miraculously came out on top, apparently. Through.
Wow.
Congrats!
He
Yeah.
pushed a
True.
centaur.
Yeah,
A centaur.
They have
I
flags,
moved
as you know.
behind a centaur and didn't get my face kicked in. I was lucky.
Bold move.
Physically unlikely.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
now, well, as I envisioned it, it wasn't quite behind the centaur, as meaning to the rear of it, just on the other side of the haunches. In other
Okay.
words, opposite of where you were. That's how I took it.
It does
Okay.
sound smarter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't get directly behind. That would seem kind of.
Unwise.
That might be the wrong place to be.
Business end of a horse, as it were.
Well,
I like
you
I
guys-
like that telling better.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
You stick with the facts. Push
Anyone
this in.
else feel exhausted after walking around all day?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Ooh, a little bit.
I feel like before I put on this amulet, this is rough. Ooh. Do these things wear off?
Let's hope so.
I could use a long rest and some good food.
Okay.
Yep. Sir Charles is there with good food for you if you wish.
I do wish.
Yeah, it's,
Hell yeah.
I want a hearty stew.
He's got a hearty stew.
Excellent.
Nice and good venison.
Mm.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
No goat.
He says his thanks. Everything has been going great since you took care of whatever it was that was causing problems here. So my bouncers have been able to handle anything, the little odds and ends that cropped up today. Hope you guys were having fun in there.
Maybe a little too
Technically.
much. Yeah.
It was great. Let's do it again tomorrow.
It's becoming more and more obvious that perhaps you weren't attacked in so much as other reasons. But no, yes, it was good. I won some type of contest. The day's events, I suppose.
Oh,
they call that?
congratulations!
He's the wrestling champ today.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. That's right.
Oh, you
You-
won the rings. You're
Yes,
the ring champion. Wow.
seems to be. At least the day one champion.
Oh, no. The rings. That's an impressive win.
Perhaps it can be leveraged for our advantage later. I'm sure that's what Quentin was thinking.
Squire of the Rings, yes. One day.
Fame and
Lord.
fortune.
I seek neither.
Well, that's what we're there. We're there for. Pick up after you.
Exploit your good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes,
sell yourself
we
short.
are rather drained after that. I believe perhaps preternaturally.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Food and a nap. Oh, and a sleep.
Okay, well, plenty of food. So Charles feeds you up well and then wishes you a good night's rest.
All right. Excellent.
And so, anyone taking watch during the night?
Oh, we should probably do that. If we know we have enemies.
Do you have one of the potions if somebody wants to use that?
Let's save that for if we really, really need it.
Like to get rid of exhaustion?
Yeah,
Is that
it'd
what
be
it's like?
kind of one of those times that it would be very useful.
Was that straight up
Can we
get
not
rid of
still
it?
get a long rest even when we keep watch? Like, can't we figure out the watch schedule so that we can all still get 8 hours?
I think so. We usually can manage that.
Does the potion do something other than let us stay awake?
I think
It essentially allows you to treat it like an elf would.
I think
You know,
Ring it,
essentially a little bit of meditation as opposed to actual sleep.
you have the
Just
potion
quiet time.
vitality, right?
Sounds right.
That's
I think-
the one.
That gets rid of exhaustion.
Might be useful later this week if this
Yeah.
supernatural exhaustion continues.
Surely we'll get used to it and it won't affect us as much, right?
Depends.
I'm certain that's the case. Yeah, we'll get used to it, right? It sounds.
You hear a small voice from up top of your hat say, "Don't count on it."
Is there a way to stay in the market next time?
No, in fact, it's worse there, because if there's something about the Fey market that mortals just can't handle it unless they've gotten a higher blessing or calling.
One questions if we even need to go in tomorrow, if we are still feeling the ill effects.
Well, we have to do that investigation for Kira. You don't really want to lose time on that, I think.
I think something invisible is stealing it, or they would have noticed it, or they're getting their minds wiped.
Or they're both lying.
What's the point then?
They're in a Fey market. Who knows what their motives are?
I mean, that's possible, but I think it's more likely something else is stealing their shit. I mean, why would the creators steal their own stuff and screw themselves out of selling it?
I will let you see the better in those people.
I think we need to see the full list of what was taken before we can draw any better.
Well, I can tell you. It was... And I rattle off the list of things that were taken.
3 tender twigs, a pamphlet, and 2 rods.
Yes. I can tell you more if you'd like.
What are the rods?
Well, they're about this round.
Tell me,
thicker
like,
than my finger.
what do they do? No, just-
They smell like olive wood? I don't know.
Well, one does, the other's made of metal.
Well, let's find out what they were supposed to be doing.
Right, these aren't wands, these are rods. What's their purpose? What did the pamphlet have on it?
Right, because she said that she didn't know what recipes were in the pamphlet because she hadn't seen it. I kind of want to see if any of the other enchantment shops have been robbed. Or if it's just this one, because that will tell us something too.
Thinking.
Sounds sounds like we need to go back in. I still say
Yeah.
we need a trestle.
You can certainly float that idea.
In fact, I'll ask could we get an introduction to the huntsmen who work out in the woods? See if they've seen any wild tressum about. Or if anyone happens to have one around here.
A wild tressum. It's kind of late for running down the huntsman.
They're not in here for the night?
No, they're probably out in the woods right now. They're trying to catch tomorrow's meals.
Okay. I got nothing then. I'll wait till the morning.
Sounds like it's a fresh day tomorrow. We have to try our luck.
Okay. Oh,
Tomorrow.
okay.
And
Depending on how you set up your watch, the night still passes uneventfully. Everyone does get a full night's rest.
All right.
The one
So-
level of exhaustion goes away from, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
yeah, at least we're not all boat speed.
I wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Same.
I don't.
Nope.
Still pretty rough.
Didn't quite hear you there, Eldon.
Y'all waking up foggy-brained and bleary-eyed?
Yes.
On the
Yes.
wrong side of
Okay.
the bed.
Well, hold on to that potion for probably the worst because it removes all exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wait if we're stranded somewhere and need to desperately fight off the exhaustion.
Or someone's at 4 and we're about to get into a fight.
Yeah, something like that. This is not quite an emergency.
In the morning, if the huntsmen are back, I'll ask.
Yep, the huntsmen are back probably about 2 hours after sunrise.
Yeah, chat him up
Oh.
at breakfast. Gentlemen, any trust?
Okay. No, the main thing we're out there looking for are the deer. But I'll ask around if anybody's seen a tressum. Normally, you don't see them. At
Sure,
least
but-
not out in the wild.
You're such good huntsmen, I thought I would ask.
Yeah, but
It's a half-hearted compliment. I'm not even trying right now. So I just mumble something about
Yeah,
trust.
good job.
Is there that? That's advantage. That's good.
And I just kind of throw a couple copper, and I'm like drinking my tea.
Like, boy, you go home. You're all over the place.
While they're doing that in the morning, I will spend some time near the forest's edge, praying to Sylvanus for guidance in this period.
okay.
Good a time as any with what we have seen so far.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, I'll say thank you for joining us. The Velkyn Weave appreciates you watching. Next week, we'll find out what happens on day 2 of the Fey Market. And probably get a little bit more information on what's going on with Kira and Now. So, thanks for joining us. See us on Thursday for Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. And we also have some other things coming up. As I understand it, we have a Crafters Corner coming up as well. So, take a look at our Twitch schedule and please join us.
Can't wait for that.
See you next week.
Huzzah. Bye.
Even.